Hey, y'all. I was just going to share something about music because it starts with spirit. I'm spirit, the spirit that is in the light, which is a purifier, which is the purest of love, which is the purest of heart, which is the purest of energy, which is the purest of true love, which is unconditional without having to think about it. It just comes natural. That's the word, natural. And so when your spirit is a musician and you're playing music with your spirit. My spirit plays music. And that spirit is a dance. That dance is a rhythm. And that rhythm is a wave. So it starts with a wave. Okay? That's what I start with, is a wave, a sound wave. Okay? Music starts with the first musician. Now, I was listening to Longhouse Milo Stewart. We have different ways to rearrange letters as numbers, which are energy, to explain in many ways what is really the same thing, but we have different words or letter arrangements in which to essentially try and explain what is essentially the same thing, but there are different words that we use that can be interpreted and translated in energies as numbers in different ways that can become confusing because of the way that the language and the complex numbers work between negative complex numbers and positive complex numbers as it relates to perfect balance between the two, which is negative magnetic polarity, positive magnetic polarity, and those are waves. Okay, currents, electrical current. So we're talking about balancing the poles. Balancing the poles mean that you know how to balance the waves as a musician, so that your music is in harmony. So you're not following anybody. You are simply a musician that is now tuned in with your radio set as a stereo receiver and a transmitter. You're picking up on the waves and you're riding the waves. Your spirit is riding the waves. So the spirit that is a polarity integrator knows automatically how to run what's called a clear channel. That means the radio set, the radio star, is running no distortions in the waves. That means that you're a tuner. That means as a stereo transmitter, receiver and transmitter, as a musician, you are a master musician. That's what it sort of means by a master. It means you've mastered how to play music, which is math. Math is music. Math are ratios. Those are ratio harmonics, which are based on vibration and frequency. So when you are experiencing what love is, that's a vibration. That's 528. That's 15D. That's the universal template. That means that you have been able to tune into all the bands, all the frequencies that resonate within a 15D universal template. That means you're not following anybody. You're free because your spirit is free. So you're free to create whatever you want to experience because there's an artist in you, which is a musician. So you're simply tuned into the waves. If the waves are out of harmony, you automatically balance the waves because you are balanced and tuned in to the one, which is the law of one. You're experiencing love. When you experience the first musician, then it's easy to tune all the other musicians that are in harmony with the one. Okay? That means you're dancing with the first musician because you learned through the first musician how to do it. Or any teacher that you are experiencing with you how to balance your magnets, which means your mirror or your water column, because we're mostly water, and fire, which is the intensity of our soul, which is our spirit that is in that light, which is pure. So you're running the purest of fire, which means we're a purifier or purifiers. So what does a purifier do? What is the purpose and function of a purifier? Do decontamination. That's called a mop-up job. That's called cleaning it up. That's why we're in here. The purifiers are in here. Okay? That basically means we burn off all the goo codes that represent what? Distorted waves that are not in harmony and balance with the one. That's the law of one, which is the law of spheres, but it's the center point of any sphere, which means that your sphere is in balance. That's a magnetosphere. That means that the poles are in balance because we're in balance, we're in rhythm, and we're playing the music with the girl's music. That means that our waves are tuning in to Gaia's waves. Okay? That's our motherboard. We're musicians in living spirit that know how to tune in to all the living spirits, which are sacred temples of light, because that's what love is. That's what we celebrate with life, with all the elemental spirits. The spirit of the wind, the spirit in the water, the spirit in the earth, the spirit in the elementals, the spirit in us, the spirit of fire. Right? News, northeast, west, south. That's the compass. No broken arrows. That's what it means when the center point is in perfect balance with a four-way intersection. That's a four-square tetrahedron. That means the fire letters are not broken. That means you've maintained your shield. That's a crystal spiral shield. That's a basic music class. Okay? Have a great day.